Hey guys, look, Onyx. Everybody, if you can't see, there's Onyx. He's crashed. He's been running around in the snow all day. We've had a foot, repeat, a foot of snow. Ugh. I almost lost him in a snowdrift.
All right. Well, I just want to explain quickly what tonight's show is all about. So we're going to have Lisa Estabrook for the first hour with us, talking about her book, her card, her new cards. Her cards are amazing. Artwork, everything she does. You'll learn more about her with the video, and especially when we talk to her for the hour. And now Athena will come in around 8:45 because Lisa can only stay with us for an hour. So Athena will still do her crystal, her crystal of the week. And then she'll stay with us till the end when we have to say goodbye, sadly, to Lisa. And then the second hour, we're going to be pulling some cards for you. We're going to use some of Lisa's and some of ours. All right. So we're going to have fun. But now let me just play her video and get her on here because time's a wasting.
Yeah. See.
This week in the Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, we welcome Lisa Estabrook. She is an artist, mother, way shower, author, home herbalist, and plant whisperer. She has spent the last 30 years figuring out how to live a meaningful, heart-led, healthy, and joyful life. The creation of the Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle deck was a result of a 2-year-long personal journey of self-discovery and healing, which also launched her heart-based Soulflower business with a growing range of products intended to support and inspire our connection with ourselves and our planet. Lisa's belief is that the more we learn about ourselves and take responsibility for our own healing journeys, the more we will empower and support ourselves and, by extension, our families, our communities, and ultimately the earth herself. She is the founder of the online Soulflower Community Garden, and Lisa lives in Yarmouth, Maine. You can learn more about her on her website at www.mysoulflower.com, and we welcome you to the den, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hello, ladies. What a lovely video. Thank you so much for the lovely welcome.
Oh, you're so welcome. This has been a show long coming.
Yes,
it has been
a couple times.
But you know what? It's worth the wait. I'm so sure of this. People are going to love it. But like I said before, we've done readings with your cards before. So Gina and I and a lot of our people in the chat room know a little bit about you by your cards.
Oh, that's lovely.
This is the time that we get to dig deep.
Yeah. So here's the book, and at the beginning of the book, now lots of times you get cards, and the beginnings of the books are just how to use the cards and what blah 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 blah. This is not. This is a lot of information, great information. It's like a little mini book, like
it is a mini book
into
not just an instruction book.
Into why you did this. So give us a quick Soulflower Oracle training session.
Okay, well, yeah, I never set out to make an Oracle deck. I never set out to have a business, any of that.
I'm glad.
Yeah. There was a time in my early 40s, and I was, I had 3 kids. I had pretty much everything that, you're led to believe is you're going to have a successful life. And, I was having a lovely marriage, all this stuff. But I wasn't really terribly happy, and I had chronic headaches every day, and it was just getting to the point where I really needed to address my health and my well-being. And so, long story short, I did. I started to tune into my headaches. First of all, what's the message they're giving me? They're obviously got some message for me, as they don't go away, and they're getting worse and worse. And that really was the starting point where I began to, start to take care of myself. And so I got my paints out as part of this process. I connected with the plants and flowers. That was the only place, my gardens, all along, that I was able to go to where I felt peaceful, where I felt grounded, where I felt healthy even, and I could have a raging headache and go outside and be just like, digging in the dirt, doing whatever I was doing, and my headache would magically sort of evaporate while I was out there. And it just really, it sparked my curiosity, I think. And I really just felt like there's more, there's something more that I need to know. And
that we all need to know.
We all need to know, but it's like my intention was to grow myself, to really like figure out myself. Who am I? I was like, what am I doing? Here I am. I've done everything my parents told me to do. I did everything my teachers told me to do. And da, 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 da. Why is my life like this? And I grew up in England with my stepfather, and he was very much he's a Londoner. And East London, and I don't call him, my kids don't call him grandpa, they call him grumpy, so,
no, few of those.
Grumpy Alex.
Grandpa.
Yeah. And he was like, life's a bitch and then you die, life's hard and then you die. That's what he instilled in me. And I think that's very, that's very pervasive.
I did that when I was a teenager.
Yeah, there's a real, and I was like, oh my goodness, no, that, there's got to be more to it than that. I mean, I feel such incredible joy, such incredible connection and love from the natural world. There has got to be more to it. So I wanted a teacher. I wanted a guru. I wanted somebody, a mentor, a healer, whatever you want to call it. I wanted something like that. And no one ever actually really showed up. It took me 10 years to realize, you know what? The plants and flowers showed up for me. And they have been my mentors and my teachers all along.
Divine timing. It's divine timing. It's when you were ready for that. That's when it happened.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize it, and just the whole process from start to finish, and it's still ongoing, it's just a lesson in self-discovery and, and being curious about life, and being curious about the flowers, and being curious about my body, the wisdom of my body, the wisdom the flowers are sharing with me. And it took a lot of trust, but as I was working with each flower, I began to see what was happening in my life, the stories that I was living in real time, how the flowers addressed that directly.
So there's symbiosis going on.
There was, and I see it now as like energy and frequency, and how, like attracts like, if you like.
I like how you wrote in there too, like we the plants breathe out, we breathe in. We breathe out, they breathe in. So without each we need each other.
Yeah. Well, the plants very earlier in there. Who the hell are you to think that you aren't a part of nature?
I know exactly.
They you think you're so special that the laws of nature don't follow, don't apply to you. It's like, it's very humbling.
Isn't it funny though, Mama D, how our shows have been like gearing towards this lately?
Yes.
With getting,
everything, and it always ends up working into a pattern for us.
Absolutely.
And this is, especially with winter coming on, we all need as much nature.
There was the lady. She wanted to talk to animals, and she ended up learning how to talk to trees. Right there, and communing with nature in that sense. She was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, she was.
It was very cool.
I just got her book. She sent me her book this week, and I live in rural, so I got a little slow. But now, before we started the show, Gina showed up your new books, and I'd be like, shopping time.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, because I'm sure everyone wants to know. On your card, okay, and like you see on the front of this here, on the backs of the cards. Oh, you should get a better picture. And your backdrop, dandelions. Okay, what is the relevance with dandelions? What is the special meaning in the bond between you?
Well, so we all have favorite flowers, right? We all have our very favorite flowers. I'm sure that we're all in relationship with flowers, all of us.
I like peonies.
yeah, you have a special relationship with them, and they probably your family member, maybe somebody, a flower reminds you of your grandmother, or a relationship, we all have special relationships with flowers, and I have a handful that are my closest allies. With dandelion, I began my relationship with dandelion because of all the headaches and her being a really powerful liver tonic and a medicinal. And the relationship just really went from there. And so I use the gender she for all the flowers, but it's just the way it feels to me. Sometimes it feels masculine, sometimes it feels feminine. But that was the flower that I first painted in the way that I paint these flowers, and it was the one that I worked with for the longest.
So we have multimedia, right? Now is that I see watercolors, and I see those watercolor pencils.
Those are inks and watercolor pencils. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
I love watercolor pencils.
And so when I finally pulled my pencils out and my pens and started, because I'd always journaled and drawn and sketched, but I finally got my pencils and my inks back out, and it was dandelion right then that was blooming. I probably spent 6 months just sketching and drawing dandelions. I have hundreds and hundreds of sketches of dandelion. And her medicine is, it's prevalent. It's all around the world. And the attribution with dandelion or the soul quality is release. And that just seemed to me to be the epitome of what my journey has been about, which has been about letting go of layers and layers and endless stories.
Stop trying to take charge.
Oh, just the stories, the roles that we play, the costumes we wear, all of it, the beliefs that we carry throughout our lifetimes, the dramas we engage in, whatever it is. There was so much that I had that I needed to let go of, in terms of my, to find what it is that who I am and what my heart was telling me to do. I mean, it's like, and so dandelion just became, for me, symbolic, first of all, of my own journey, and still is. And she's always been a nourishing, supportive herb for me, physically. And then the logo, for me it's my deepest intention to share that medicine, that power that I received from dandelion. And remember when you're a little girl and you blow the dandelion flowers
and then go over.
Now as grown-ups we say we set intentions, right? Set intentions, but then it was making a wish. And for me, this journey has been about re-engaging with the childlike side of myself, but also taking responsibility for my journey, taking responsibility for my own life and my own happiness and my own choices and all these things. And dandelion speaks to that really deeply. So
that's huge, and that's what you want people to get out of using this deck too, right? Is to take charge of their own life, because that's the thing. Everybody wants to sit back and say, "Well, you do this for me, and you do that for me," and then nothing ever works, and then you have resentments. It's like, well, what the hell? It wasn't their job to do it to begin with, right? No. It's yours. So you have to go to the mirror and point at yourself in the mirror and say, "Okay, well, what do I like? What I don't like."
Exactly. I mean, I was so embroiled in a self-pity story, pity party. I can't even tell you. Oh, well, whatever it is, and I feel like this, when I finally decided, well, I got done with this deck. I didn't choose the flowers. I had an idea that I was creating the deck about 5 or 6 flowers in. And then it took about 2 years to create all of the flowers. And I, in very dandelion fashion, I'm like, okay, I'm going to choose this. And I made a list of some of the flowers in my garden. And they're like, no, this one is coming in. So it would be, it was led by them. It was led by the flowers. And I had to let go of that control too. And then at the end, they're like, okay, now you're going to self-publish it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Now, how is that process?
Well, so I have my day job at the time. I worked at a graphic designer. That's what I did mostly.
You like the background?
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
Beautiful. And I ended up freelancing, doing graphic design for most of my career. So, the technical aspect of putting it together it was pretty okay. Print. I'm
I
a
think
print graphic designer, certainly not a digital video or any of that. But the technology, but the print technology, I was very familiar with, and so I just let go. I let go again. I let go of expectation and I just started sharing on Instagram my process, and
I pulled a card right before the show about my cards. It says show the world the real you. That was the card that I pulled. I was like, how is this show gonna go tonight? And that was the card that I pulled. So how is
yeah.
that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I basically, I had to just speak my truth. I just had to start sharing my process online. It was very, I remember sitting there like with the live, and I was sitting in my garden for about 6 hours trying to hit with the dandelions, trying to hit the live button to talk about dandelion. It was really, really hard to start showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did. I really
I
I
did.
totally am. I mean, you guys, you know how we love Oracle decks, you guys, that watch
You.
it. And this one is just amazing. And what I really love about it is the artwork. I mean, it's just, you can tell that every single flower in here is not just drawing the flower, not just picking a flower and sitting and drawing it. There is a deeper meaning and connection to every flower that you're doing.
I hold the intention when I'm working, because it's a visceral process. You're both artists, so
Yeah.
when you're painting, there's emotions and energy that is moving through you, and just like any other art medium.
Hmm.
And so there's emotion and energy that I'm feeling. There's absolutely, I was aware of what was going on in my life. All these things were moving through me as I was trying to capture that and create that. And the essence of the flower is what I'm working to connect it with as I feel it.
Some of these flowers I never even heard of. And lady slippers. I remember growing up with lady slippers, and my mother saying, "Don't pick those. It's illegal to pick those." I'm like,
Every single yeah, they grow in the woods around my house. Like every single flower in there is in my gardens or in the woods around my house. And
Nice.
and
they're just, every single one. It's just, it's so. I love the colors. I just, you just resonate with decks. You know what I mean? It's like just everything is calm and soothing, just like what we were talking about before, like that symbiosis, between us and nature.
yeah. Well, it's my hope that when people receive this deck or purchase this deck, it's like they're purchasing a bouquet of flowers for themselves. That's the energy that I wish to convey. Like here's a bouquet if you've been feeling bad or whatever. Here's something to and just to support you, and I want you to feel the love in that.
And they do that if like for those of us who draw cards daily. I haven't done it in a while, but every time I've drawn a card of your deck, it always connects to what I'm either going through or the kick in the pants that I need, the confirmation that I need. And the thing is, sometimes what I would do would shuffle my decks in the morning, choose a card, and leave it face down. And then I'd go through my day and see how my day went. At the end of the day, I would turn the card over and see how it related to my day.
Oh, I love that. That's
9 out of 10 times I'm like, okay, if I'd only looked at it in the morning, I would have
had a lot known what to avoid or what to do. But that's now explain to people how that they can do this for themselves and how they can use this really to get connected and better their life and their health.
Yeah, so it's this is chop wood, carry water. This is a process. We've been sort of led to believe that there's something out there that's going to fix us, and if we can only just find what it is, Well, first of all, nature always says, well, the flowers say you don't need fixing. You're really perfect just as you are, and see the flowers complaining about a petal askew or whatever. So for me, it's really a daily practice. It's something that we have to connect. We have to take the time to tend to ourselves. We're basically very complicated houseplants ourselves. We are a part of nature, and we need that we need that daily tending as well. So for me, I don't do readings so much for people. I really just encourage them to water themselves daily with a pick, like you were saying, Mama D. I mean, it's like you pick a card every single day. Take a moment. Maybe maybe you only have a minute, to just sit and just read the message, to receive it as if you're receiving a flower, to receive it into your heart. And then I put it somewhere where I see it. I put it on my altar. I do a daily pick every single day. I've done for, even now I still do, because each time it's the relationships with flowers are like relationships with humans. It's no different. I mean, they can't speak to you in the verbal way, but your relationship changes and
That lady says there's some kind of device you can put in plants so you can hear them talk.
There are. You can hear them sing. You can hear them sing.
So I think we're bridging that barrier too.
We will be, but we don't have to, because they speak to our hearts, and we can just feel our hearts sing. We can feel it. And it's a whole different language that we get to learn, but each day I go through the day, and I keep that flower in my mind, and I keep it in my thoughts every time I pass my altar, or I have the temporary tattoos that I make, and that was a tool. Everything I made is a tool for myself to keep that intention, because if my intention is to be courageous this day, and I'm picking hawthorn as you were just showing, well, it's easy. You get distracted. We get distracted by everyday life, and it just goes out the window. But when you have that tattoo on the back of your hand, or you write, I am courageous, or whatever kind of affirmation on your hand, or you will see it.
Yeah, you look at it every day.
And you will have that opportunity to take a breath, which is like a gift.
Yeah.
And reset yourself.
People, we pull cards for people. But however, people, some just don't understand that you can get these cards for yourselves. We're not saying we're psychic and I can't talk to your dead one. It is sometimes, but it is more. The universe is going to come through on those cards, right? So even when I pull a card for someone, and I might not totally get that meaning for that person, but they will.
Absolutely, they will.
It's always the right card for them. Maybe not even for what they're asking.
No,
but it will be what they need.
It's absolutely, and that you just hit on that. You just hit on that. It's exactly. It's what's resonating in them, and for me, it just took a lot of years of trust. I mean, it really did take 2-3 years of daily practice to really trust that I understood what the message was, and that it was meaningful, and and what I was hearing was meaningful. And so, to me, it's a muscle. It's a muscle that you have to use your intuition, if you want to call it that, or your heart sense, or your sixth sense, or whatever else. It's a muscle, and we need to use it daily. And to me, that was empowering, and that's really where I moved from feeling like out of control. Again, dandelion, like out of control in my life, or trying to control my life. Mm-hmm. Create structures that would help me manage it, or put it in neat little tiny boxes. And life just doesn't do that. Life doesn't do that.
I wish. No. I wish, but no.
So that's a big truth. We have to say, when there's nothing that you're going to do that's going to actually help you control that. So what empowers you is to find the tools that support you to be present with what is actually happening in your life, and how you're responding, how your heart really feels, not how your mother or your mother's mother or your father or your father's father, or how they would respond, and there's now the big science of epigenetics. We carry these stories in our bodies as humans. We carry them in our blood, in our bones. And I was noticing, like, even with my small children, I think, we joke, was that my mother that just spoke? Like,
my dad. For me, it was my dad.
Yeah.
Things would come out of their mouths, and I'd be like, oh, that is so my father.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And we go back to my little corner.
Yeah. And it was like my kids would look at me like, no. They're incredible mirrors for me. And the flowers are incredible mirrors for us in our lives. And so to me, that daily process of tending, just even if it's 5 minutes where you pull a card. My cat just came through the cat door. I'm gonna have to let him out of my office.
We're a pet friendly show. We're good.
No worries.
He's like, it's cold out there, Mama.
It's cold out there. It's that way stuff on the ground again.
My dad doesn't want to go walking out in the cold either.
No, but so to me, it's like we we need, and flowers to me were like the obvious thing. This is something that makes me feel so much better always.
Awesome.
Makes
Yeah.
me, anyway, I just feel like we all can do this, and we need to start trusting that we know,
And that's the thing. You have to trust what you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
you can do that. You can do the
Yeah.
cards for, day-to-day thing, especially, if you want to know how's my relationships going to go today? How is, I have a big job interview. Will it help me, pull a card for that, just
Yeah.
whatever is your intention. They never fail.
They never fail. They never fail. It's magic. And I used it a lot, to me as well, where when I'm on those, that kind of like the wheel, the hamster wheel. And when your thoughts are like this, and you're replaying. And picking a card for me would often just give me like the words of a friend, or something that would just kind of shift my perspective and my perception. He's looking at me. He's like, "Open the door, Mom." Open the door. I will. Oh,
You can go open the door.
I'll be right back.
Let me put this up here because you can get this on soulflower.com, mysoulflower.com. It's in Barnes and Noble, BAM, Amazon, all that kind of stuff. But also what is there is so many other things. There are plant spirit. She's done the artwork here, and she worked with another woman that did all of those oils, essences.
They're flower essences, yeah.
I'm looking for those stickers.
You have daily soulflower spirit journal and coloring book, right? You've got a multimedia coloring book, like a field guide.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to do a coloring book. It's on really tough paper, so you can paint it. You can hit it hard with your paint and stuff. But it was a coloring book that's really, a field guide, traditional field guide, shows you the sort of physical components. And I really wanted to just express this
if I was going to go camping, that's a big if, and it's never going to happen. All right, but if I was,
go glamping. Don't go glamping.
I would have field guides for everything in bear spray. Bombs, but it's I like the field guides. I do, and I remember looking at my daughter when she was going to military training, and they had some field guides, some amazing field guides. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
Well, there's a big movement with adult coloring books and so forth, and I think so
boxes.
And it's such a simple thing to color, but it's such a perfect way to connect in with yourself, in your heart. And so I teach people or share. I don't teach. I don't like that word. I mentor people. Like it's like to light a candle, and when you're painting and you're working with this flower and you're coloring in this flower, everything that you're experiencing is that same. The universe brings you the cards that you want. When you choose a card, you choose a coloring page to do. Everything that you're thinking, feeling, thoughts that come up, it's all relevant to your relationship with this particular flower. And so it's a really wonderful way also just to, some people don't like to meditate. This is like an active, I'm never, I'm not so much a quiet sitter as I am a walking meditator, or I work in the garden, or just, or I paint or I draw, it's like, that's what quiets my mind and connects me with my heart. So it's like everything that I created is on the website is stuff that I create for myself, for my own.
Now it's tried and true, and it works.
Exactly. That's the way you have to start things. Like Gina and I have been working for a while. We've taken a bit of hiatus on a book, it's like a big book of answers type of thing, but the butterfly and the fox. And we do the things that we're writing are because they connect to us.
Yeah.
And we know that if it connects to ourselves, whether you're a creator of an oracle deck, a book, or whatever, paintings, Gina does like boxes of all kinds of paranormal equipment. they work for her. And knowing that they work for her, they'll work for somebody else. These cards, okay, you created them for yourself, but you knew that creating them for yourself, that it worked for you. It's like it's got to work for somebody else, even if it's only one person. That's the important part.
That's the beauty of it. Yeah, that is.
That's why we do these shows that we do, is because we know that out there, without fail, there's at least one person that's going to get major connection for each show, and that's all we do. We focus on that one person. It might be a dozen people, but we focus knowing that there's going to be one person helped.
Yeah, and that's one heart is so important. I think that's how we're going to heal this planet. Frankly, it's just one person at a time. This is not some big somebody going to come in and rescue us, which again is another story that we have been kind of indoctrinated that the prince or whoever is going to come and wave their magic and make everything better. And it isn't. It's each one of us making it better, one heart at a time, one soul at a time. And
this is our little portion of it. We try to do it this way. We try to bring people on like you that have they're basically gifts for humanity,
Yeah.
And we try to help in that sense. But now I want to ask you, getting back to the creation of this, what was like, which plant, like there's spirits, right? So plant spirits, okay. Which plant spirit gave you the most grief, or the biggest challenge, and which one taught you the most? So super question.
Yeah. Tough one to answer. I think Black-Eyed Susan, which is really about recognition. Black-Eyed Susan was one that every time I pull the card, even now, every time I pull the card, dang, more shadow work. We are light and dark. We have, we all have the capacity for enormous good, and we have the capacity for enormous evil in ourselves, or bad, or whatever you want to put it. We
can't have one without the other.
You can't have one without the other. And I think that there's this idea that you're only that you're good or bad, and nature doesn't say that. It's just you're whole. You're all of it. And so doing the shadow work, the ability to look at myself and love and find love and compassion for myself, even with things that I am not so excited about, or things that I'm ashamed about. I mean, it's like,
a few of those.
The guilt, the mama guilt, all of it. I mean, I write about this. I write about all of this stuff. As I was journeying with these flowers, I tell my stories because it was a way for me to process it. And it was a way to just know that I am human, that I'm human. So I think that deep shadow work, we all have to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and see our beautiful sides and our ugly sides, and just embrace it all. To be human is to be all of it. And so I think, Black-Eyed Susan is one of those ones that has given me, it's like every time I pull Black-Eyed Susan, okay, all right, I'll take a look. What am I not seeing?
No, I haven't drawn that yet.
Yeah,
I haven't drawn that card yet, but something tells me it's going to come up soon now.
Yeah, it's very poignant. I think Hellebore was a card that told me to do the deck. Hellebore is around, and to me, the work that I have done, to me, was really about remembering the divine feminine qualities in myself, and healing them and loving them and bringing them back into form, embodying them, so that the divine masculine qualities of creation and support and all the beautiful qualities that have been sort of distorted in our culture, so that they could be, so that it could be returned as well. So, so Hellebore is a really, it's about empowerment, and it's about knowing that what you need to do. What you need to do, and we dance around that an awful lot. We know when we're in a relationship that's not serving us, and we stick at it, and we know, and we fool ourselves. And so Hellebore really is around, taking, this, what's we need to be doing. So,
And the thing is, this is also teaching people. There's like you hellebore. Never heard of it before.
Lenten rose, you might have called it. They have
Yeah.
multiple names. Yeah, the Lenten rose. They're yeah. So
Yep.
most of these are found growing all over the U.S. and very
That's
common.
why.
Yeah, yeah.
Canada, we're cold up here. We don't have flowers.
Well, you have hellebore. I know. I'm not too
I'm
far
gonna
away
have
from
to go
Quebec. Yeah,
Mhm.
I bet you will find hellebore. They bloom like the stalks with the flowers
No,
come up. Very,
I've probably seen them, just not
yeah,
realized what the name is.
yeah.
That's the one thing I'm really good at.
The one that I painted here was bear claw hellebore. It's a very specific variety that is just this beautiful heart, luscious green color, the heart chakra kind of green, that I feel. And so,
Okay.
um,
Yeah, but
so,
this one I
but well, and then there's flowers like nettle, or rose that have that kind of. Nettle is a transformation. Nettle is a deeply nourishing plant,
Mhm.
medicinally, and her lessons can be a little stingy, when you.
Yeah,
right.
but sometimes that's what we need.
She's a bit of a slap, yes, a little, but loving in it. She's like it's like, do you remember that book, the children's book,
No.
the Giving Tree?
Um,
Michelle Silverstein. I don't know
Still
if
trying to
you've
find the other one. Did you find it?
That's
Yeah.
hellebore. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the hellebores that you will find
I think I've seen them.
are purple or pink, and that's the green
Jeez.
one.
All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one from the end. So I'm going through all of them trying to find it.
She's magic, and they're all just. I love them all. I love them all dearly. They're all my best friends. They're all my therapists, my teachers, my guides, my friends.
Right. I mean, because we're always saying, in every field, all the fields that we are into and everything else, we're always going out. If we have a problem inside, in paranormal investigations, we get, a bad attachment, we get this, that, we get that. We go outside and we hug a tree, we ground, we shield, we do this stuff.
We do that. We do it naturally. We do.
Nature.
And the thing is, we do these things without realizing them being done until after somebody points it out and goes, "Oh, okay." Like how you're sitting in a field and you're leaning up against a tree. Your feet are in the grass, but you don't realize there's also the energy from the tree. And these are different things that we do that we don't realize that we're doing them until someone points it out. And your flowers, your decks, they are pointing out things that people I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I love about oracles too. I think, when whatever card you pick, you're kind of like, it's not that you don't already know it. You know it.
Yeah.
It's just a reminder. It's a mirror for you that,
Creation card.
Now, are your kids, have you, I don't want to use the word taught, but have influenced their lives with this?
Who knows? Maybe I will find out that I have influenced their lives. I hope so. My oldest is 22, and I have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, and
She's still in the middle of it.
Yeah. So I think that the biggest thing has been how I feel like our relationships just, where they were headed into a place that, we love each other dearly, but then there was repeating of things that my own traumas on my children, things that I was feeling about being the self-pity party or whatever, it was sort of playing into them. And so I feel like as I've healed myself, our relationships are so strong, and, with all my kids, and I feel like that's the biggest blessing. And and also their relationships with each other. But I feel like as I heal myself, I know it ripples out. I know, as I found that healing, that it affects my, my family and my kids and my community and by extension, my,
Do they work in the gardens with you?
My oldest does, and when she was little, she would, sing to the fairies and sing to the trees and sing to the, and then they shut that down, and
Yeah,
But it's coming
exactly.
back. It's coming back. It's coming back for her. And the other two just, they just smile at me. It's like, no, mom, crazy mom, talking to plants again. I don't know.
But my children are older. All of them are older than yours. I feel like I'm ancient. Okay. They knew about it, what I did and how I do things, and they asked questions when they were younger. And my daughter has gotten more into. She shut it down because it like would make her crazy, like her anxiety and everything else. And I said the anxiety is because you're shutting it down. You're trying to close something when something really wants to get out and share itself with you. So she has just recently connected with an amazing young woman that's become her mentor, and that's what she needed. Somebody, because she always used to say, "Mom, you have to say you love me. Mom, you have to say I'm good. You're my mother. You have no, don't have to say shit." I'm like, my boys. When I became a Reiki practitioner, my eldest son, he was like, because I'm good at massages, and I'm not a trainer or anything, but that's just a natural thing I've done since high school. And he's like, "Mom, can you like do Reiki on my back?" I went, "Okay." I said, "Payment, because there's always an exchange of energies, is you have to come for dinner and stay for, have to come get your attunement done, your work done, and then you have to stay for dinner." Okay, fine. So I had him for 4 weeks. I'm like, "Okay, I think, no, I think you got to come back next week."
Yeah, you can go now.
Yeah, well, my kids don't realize it, but they are very much an integral part of my own healing, and they are beautiful mirrors for us and our journey and our own journeys. So I feel in some way that that I have influenced them in some way, and then now it's their own path.
Yeah, they take that point where they will take their break from my youngest son. He'll always be my baby, aside from the fact that he's the youngest. He's the more me of my children. And he was the last one to leave the house. Oh God, that hurt. And I bawled like a baby. I bawled when they all left, but he was my last one. But I see things in him, the work that he does, and it's like just amazing. But he doesn't see it through my eyes the way I see it. So you'll see things that they're doing, and they'll be like, "No, I just do this, Ma." It's like, "Yeah, whatever." And he'll be like, "Yeah, no, trust me, there's a little bit of mama in there. You won't even realize that."
I love that. I love when different. I mean, I like to hold circles of women, and where we are able to share our stories in a non-judgmental way.
Yeah.
And we begin to learn. It's like each of us has our own perception of this reality that we're playing in. And it's just enriching to hear everybody else's perception. I love it. I absolutely love. So when I'm journeying with these flowers and I'm mentoring others with how to do that, and they're sharing their stories, I'm learning just as much as they are by them sharing their stories. And it's wonderful. And it's just like, this is beautiful. I think we're meant to be that way. We're meant to learn and share that way. We're meant to have
storytelling goes way back to caveman days.
Totally agree.
And we need to reclaim it in a modern way,
I think this pandemic thing that shut the world down for a little while. People love me for this one. It's a blessing in disguise.
It is,
because a lot of people learn to finally listen. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going, and they're gone. But now you can't go anywhere. You're kind of sort of stuck in front of your computer or doing whatever it is you're doing, reading. You're listening, but not just to words like that are spoken, but listening to the words that come out of a book, listening to nature, listening. So it's where we have to. We're growing up.
Yeah, it's so funny because I feel the same way. I felt like nature was basically sent us all to our rooms.
I was like,
a while.
Go to your room.
Right. I mean, and I think that's something that the flowers have really taught me about life. It's like life, like just that shadow work. Life isn't all roses. It's got it's got thorns to it, and so we have to, and it's how we That's how we navigate this world. To we can't see the light without the dark. You can't,
Exactly.
That's
so
it. That's it. Yeah, you could have let the pandemic just destroy you and sit and wallow and woe is me and life will never be the same and I've lost this, I've lost that, I've this, I've that, and it's like that negative, that black cloud, that's easy. That's easy. It's coming out of it. It's it's a little more work, but it's worth it.
It's a lot more work, and it really is a lot more work. But that's that piece I was saying, like taking responsibility for it. I didn't want to have a life like that. I didn't want to have a life where I felt like a victim of my life. I wanted to feel like a creator of my life. And so it's taken me over a decade, but I finally feel like, I can make choices that bring me joy, and I can see the sacred in everything. And, even the ucky stuff, there's a blessing in it all. So
yep. As I said, we have to have both. We have to have to see how beautiful the light is. You've got to know that there's dark there. As much as I love Gina, the darkness is that she's so freaking far away from me, or I am from her.
Yeah.
But it's this connection that we have here.
Yeah.
There's different things. I'm jealous of her boyfriend. Why? Because he's got the sexiest calves in the world, and I just keep busting his chops on that every time I can. But it's a good thing. She keeps his legs away from me. She's all the way down. Gotta go there. I had to bring him up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna sneak those in there every show. I don't care.
I love her.
You've got to find the reason, and it's not always easy. It's like when I'm doing readings for people with oracle decks, I can sit there and pull out as many decks as I want to. When I'm done, I make sure, especially oh boy, oops, who's listening? Hey Pookie.
Hey Pookie.
I will make sure that after I'm done, I send my sitter a picture of every card that I've drawn in the order that they're drawn, because I don't just see what I see. You see, when you look at a deck, when you look at a card, you see something that maybe I didn't understand. Maybe I didn't realize, because it's not meant for me to read. So that's why I send them out. So your flowers, your cards, freaking amazing.
Yeah, this guy right here, Chris George, he's my old partner in crime. And he does a thing called psychic poker. It's not poker, but it's just what he calls it, right? And he'll have all the decks like we have, you know what I mean? He'll have all these decks and stuff. They all mean something different to him. And he'll flip. He'll have a whole bunch of people around. And he's Italian. He's from Staten Island. You know what I mean? He's just hilarious. But the way that he does it, that no one can do.
Nobody does the same way as anybody else.
But he is a psychic medium, though.
Yeah.
So he is getting messages, and they're coming through these cards, like like they're playing little movies. And he'll pull a card out and be like, "Nope, that's not for you," and he'll take that away, and he'll keep going. You know what I mean? And he's just hilarious. But in the end, there's always someone crying. There's always someone. It means something to someone.
George, Chris, when I finally get a reading from you, if you make me cry and make my mascara run, I'm gonna kick your butt.
Yeah, he is just. I mean, if you've never ever done psychic poker with Chris George, you have got to.
I know. I eventually have to get it done. It's just to make the time, and
Amazing. So we do have Athena. She is here with us right now. We're just going to add you to the screen this way.
Hello, loves.
So Athena, Lisa, Athena.
Nice to meet you.
Lisa, so nice to meet you. Thank you. And I'm so excited about your new Oracle deck.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It feels... so I self-published it in 2016, and then Inner Traditions picked it up, and it was done this year. And it feels so grown up now. It's just in this fancy box and everything. It's just...
I love it. Now, does your box
makes all the difference?
Yeah, they really did a nice job. They really
magnetic thing.
Yeah,
beautiful.
They were such beautiful stewards of the work. They really kept the original intention and the feel of it, but they grew it up. It's like my baby. I sent it off into the world. It's like
She just got done doing a deck herself. Her crystal.
Wonderful.
Oh,
yeah. Beautiful.
Girl, I gotta have those.
That is a nice box. You have a
Nice box.
A nice box. That was so funny with the box, because you brought up the box when they sent you, they send like what they're going to send off to print. And I was looking at it and I thought, oh no, what's happening with that box? That's not one of those like folding things, is it? I'm like, what's happening here? And they were like, oh, no, I promise it's a good box. That's okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, good. I had a moment of like, creator's panic there, but it was, all in my head there.
So would
yes.
you like to talk about the crystal of the week that you picked for this show?
Yes, of course. Well, I was so excited for this one because it's all about, that divine. Well, we'll get into it, but I thought it was very appropriate for today's show when you're dealing with oracle cards and oracle readings and trying to process that information coming through. So, of course, I gravitate towards crystals. And so I have one special picked out for today.
Well, go ahead.
Shall we?
Go for it.
Oh, are you going to put your little like video up? You're going to show it? No, then I'll just start.
I'm not going to do it.
No.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. You just go. All right. I'm going to switch
and go. I love it. Okay. Well, hello. Yes. Yeah.
We're going to sit here and watch you.
Yes. Okay. Well, sit here and watch me. All right. Hello, loves, officially. Yes. I'm Athena Barry, Reiki master, author of my own oracle deck here, Raise Your Vibes Crystal Cards, and of course my award-winning book, Raise Your Vibes. And as always, I am grateful to be back here sharing our Crystal of the Week segment. And so for today, our Crystal of the Week is purple fluorite. So if you can see that beauty, oh my goodness. So this crystal, as I was starting to get into here, is all about our focus, our divine communication, purifying any cluttered or negative thoughts to help us clearly process that information that we have been downloading from source. This crystal activates all of the chakras, but it is particularly, this one in particular, the purple fluorite, is influential with our crown chakra and our third eye chakras. It activates our crown chakra by creating that open line of communication with the divine. And through activation of our third eye chakra, you have that clarity and the intuitive open channel to kind of distinguish the messages as they are meant to be heard. So anytime you feel confused on your path, or you find it a challenge to zero into what you really want, or perhaps you're just receiving so much information, like you're pulling cards and there's just so many messages coming through that you're having a hard time focus, purple fluorite will be your best crystal friend. So many psychics, tarot readers, oracle card readers, spiritual intuitives, clairvoyants, clairsentients, or any of the clairs, they work with this crystal especially to help sharpen their analytical ability while increasing their honest communication. So they can discern, right, the truth from source, as well as the truth from those around them, or clients they're working with, or their clients' spirit guides, as well as from their own friends and loved ones. Purple fluorite is an excellent choice to partner with your spiritual tools. Likewise, this is a great choice. I love how I can hear you all in the background. Likewise, this is a great choice for empaths, right? All of our clear senses, because it helps you decipher the emotions or the feelings that are yours versus others. And then you're able to kind of disconnect or clean up any dissonant energy that's not serving your highest good. You'll find the largest deposits in Germany, England, China, Argentina, and the US. And ways you can use this crystal, other than just keeping it next to your tarot cards, it's an excellent choice for all of your spiritual tools, your pendulums, your crystal grids, staff toppers, wands, as wire-wrapped jewelry. You keep one like I do, maybe not this big, but in your bra, in your pocket, in your purse, as well as holding it between your hands while you meditate. It can also bring about like real powerful visions, like visuals and colors while you meditate. So you're not going crazy. It's just purple fluorite. And after today's show, if you want to connect with this, I created an ASMR video with Reiki energy and purple fluorite, this particular purple fluorite, that you can connect with and activate your third eye. So if you're doing any of this spiritual work, this is a really good one to help you connect with that. And that's on mine, Crystal Reiki Healer, after the show, of course. And then, of course, I love to leave you with a wonderful affirmation to help you connect with your crystal's energy. And for purple fluorite, it is, my mind is clear and open to receive the divine communication I am ready for. Thank you so much for having me for another week here on the Fox Den, and I hope this has brought value to your show.
Always. Of course it does.
Always.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
As always.
All right. We're switching.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We're switching.
All right. I just got dizzy. I don't know what happened.
Here we go. Okay.
I know. I need my
I
spot.
love it. I love it.
Did you notice? Did you see up there? I framed our little picture thingies.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did.
Excuse me, have a drink of your coffee, would you please?
Oh, yeah.
Gina?
Yeah.
Watch this, Athena. I said we each need our own cup now. Damn it.
I let you did, and she went ahead and made hers. Huh? I was thinking I could order it, but you're way faster than I am. I don't know. That was quick.
Well,
She
it's
doesn't
just
mess around when it comes to crafts.
I know. It's the craft. It's it's the art thing in me. But I did it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
I love it. I love it.
whatever. So Lisa, what did you think of that?
It was just iris inspiration all over the place. So there's a deep resonance with the purple fluorite and iris. So that's that's
it.
what I was feeling the whole way through your explanation. So
I love that.
She always has
Awesome. Yeah, it's, anybody who works with oracle decks, oracle cards, tarot, this is such a great stone. And I didn't even realize how powerful it was until I started working with it with my spiritual tools. And then I was like, oh my God, this has to be in the crystal cards. We have to have this included. So, and then it was a matter of which chakra do I pick? Because the cards are kind of separated by chakra. And so I ultimately went with crown because, divine communication but then we can also work our way down. So,
right. So now you two having this in common, each creating an oracle deck. Now,
love it.
Lisa, yours took what, 2 years to create the whole thing?
yeah, I would say it was 2 years from start to finish. Yeah, a little over.
And Athena, yours was how long?
Well, so mine was a little different. I wrote the book, Raise Your Vibes, first. And while I was writing it, of course, we had a lot of crystals in there. And I just felt like it wasn't finished. Yeah, that's it. I felt like it wasn't finished. And my publisher was like, okay, we got to cut you off. You can't put any more. And I'm like, how much can I cram into this book? And she's like, this is going to end up being a 500-page book. And it's too much. So then I was like, well, I have all of these quick vibe fixes and all of these rituals and all of these things. And I said, what if we apply those towards, attach them with a crystal? And so I I was talking to my publisher about it. And she's like, why don't we do an oracle deck? Because I was thinking like a coffee table book or something. She's like, what about an oracle deck? It's like, oh my God, that would be amazing. And then it was like, okay, no pressure. I have to come up with 110 rituals. Sure, I could do it.
No problem. Easy.
I think we officially, I had all of the ideas. I want to say last year, right? End of last year, I think. I have to look the exact date. And then I finished writing, sealed and delivered in July. So the idea was born earlier, but then the finishing touches to it were probably 6 months.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
It's not.
And you
it's
weren't,
not bad.
mistakenly doing all the artwork like she was too. This.
No, I didn't.
I didn't even do the book in that 2-year period either. I did the book 3 years later. So it was like,
right? Yeah. And then there's the writing of the book, which is a whole nother beast on its own, right? And and it's such a beautiful process. It does help, I will say, having a deadline.
Yeah.
At least for me, yeah. When your publisher gives you a deadline, I had many of those, 6 a.m. stop times, not start time, stop time.
Oh
I
my
was like,
goodness.
oh, the sun is up. Okay, I officially am done.
Okay.
So
Right. So, Athena, hold on one second. Lisa. All right. Now we're almost at our 9 o'clock.
I'm getting sleepy.
I'm just asking you one more question. All right. If you come back as a plant spirit in your next life, what would you choose? Why?
I think I would be bee balm, which is vibrance. And I think bee balm is the one that will stand up and sing the song at the top of their lungs right off the bat. And I feel like it has taken me so long to find my own voice and to sing at the top of my lungs and share what I believe and my truth and my heart. And so I think that I would like to come back as bee balm and just be right there singing my song from the start, from the get-go. So
that's awesome. That is fabulous.
I like that.
Everybody
I
needs to
love
do
that.
this. I mean, seriously.
everybody does. We all have a unique gift to give. And I would, if I am like, I don't want to do the years and years of the comparison anymore, just to be myself and do it.
You
come out shining.
Do you think
Yeah.
you've done this so many times and you finally have it right now? Like,
Sometimes I'm like, I hope this is the last spin around the block. And then I know I'd be right back here because it's just a beautiful planet and too fun. And, when you find your joy and connect back in. So, yeah.
Do you have anything forthcoming? Do you want to sort of share with us?
No, I'm not working on. I mean, I'm in a very I call it a death cycle. I'm learning to, we can't be producing all the time, and so I'm in the winter. I'm in a winter period, and I've been since Iris showed up for me in April. I journey with one flower per moon cycle, and Iris inspired me. My divine connection said, it's time to rest. And I've hit a slow motion pause button since then because you're gripping hold of things as you're letting go. You're like,
yeah.
No, I have to do a daily post and all that, and so Facebook's gone away for now. And Instagram.
This is going to be good for me.
I'm going into winter. I'm in a winter, and I'm waiting to see what seeds want to be planted and grown for my next.
Well, when you plant a new seed and it decides what it's going to be, you please let us know.
Okay, I will.
I still have to go shopping now because I want the other books.
Yep, and maybe some tattoos. I think the temporary tattoos.
The beginning of this book has that, tending to your garden and planting your seed and going through all of the seasons and everything. It's really
it's worth it, people.
Okay, I've written for an oracle deck, that I've read. Did I say written? That I've read for an oracle deck, because I usually just don't. I bypass the books, because I go with
Well,
I love that you're taking this time to recharge and let yourself be planted and.
We need to
enjoy the winter. We so often just go, and
that's what
really
I'm trying
amazing.
to. I'm trying to repattern that. We can't sustain that kind of growth. We need to have times of quiet and rest. And, so we.
Well, often if we don't, the universe does it for us. Right?
That's exactly right. It does. My battery.
You get to choose. I love it.
Yeah. My computer's going. I'm going to sleep.
Yep.
On that note, we'll let you go, Lisa.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's been so
thank
much
you
fun.
for being an amazing guest, and thank you for the amazing day.
Thank you for pollinating my work in the world. I deeply appreciate it.
That's for sure.
Well, you get a home in the box then. Just
anytime. Just
okay. All right. Well, all right. We'll be in touch soon. We'll be talking. Because once you get us, you never leave us.
She doesn't let people go. Look at me. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Look at she was the guest.
I even have foxes in my office now.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. That's so funny.
Put a little box in with one of these flowers here.
There we go.
Oh, foxglove.
Yeah, you'll have to read the iris card to her afterwards and see if that
Oh.
resonates.
Will do.
I know,
Right.
yes, especially working with the fluorite. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. And I
So,
love learning about crystals in that way too. So
Oh.
anyway.
everything-
It's all like Mother Nature's, magic.
It is all
It's
nature.
gifts
It's all
from Mother Nature.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You did the same thing with
Love it.
crystals that she's done with the plants,
Yeah.
and it's still all
Yeah.
connected us. And hallelujah.
yeah.
All bio individual, I like to say. So it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'm gonna go tuck myself in.
Okay.
Good
Wonderful.
night, dear.
Thank you very
Have
much.
lovely dreams.
Your evening.
Aw, sleep with angels.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Aw, so I have to look up the connection there, iris and purple fluorite. I love that.
Yeah, I want to. Did you find the iris card in the thing yet?
I found the book. I'm going to take a picture of it because I'm reading it to you. It's like you'll see 2 pages
Okay.
because there's this page,
Oh
and
yeah.
then this page.
Oh,
So I will take a picture of it and send it to you. And
okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. So
okay, so wait a minute
Now-
before we get on to the work part of this show. Okay, when do I get the deck?
It
they're not ready
comes
for
out Valentine's Day.
Ooh,
February. It's really. I mean, you think it sounds like so far away, but we're
it's
in
not.
November.
It's,
coming.
it's almost
It's about-
Christmas, and we got Thanksgiving next week. Yeah, we've only got we got
Can we
Thanksgiving.
pre-order it and then have it
Christmas.
delivered? Be like the first ones
Yes,
on the
you
list.
can.
Well,
Yes, you can. Yes,
Yep,
you
you
can.
can.
Yes, you can.
We
Yeah,
have-
I mean, this is literally the only copy. This is like my writer's copy.
Well, you're supposed to have the
Um,
first one, and then it's
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
the-
be
but
pulling some of
even
those
on this
cards
one,
tonight?
like even on this one in the booklet, like they still want to make a change to the booklet. So they sent me the writer's copy, but then there's something about the booklet that they wanted to change too. The publisher wasn't, I don't know, they didn't like how something came out, so they want them to change that. So it's still like, so this is like, I think I'm gonna get like another writer's copy like once it's finished. So it's kind of exciting. I'll get to have two. Yeah, it'll be fun.
then that one will be
And
worth
then
the fortune.
They go in the mail.
Because this one will be, the
One of a kind.
unpublished, one of a kind. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I love that.
Mary Jane.
It's so pretty.
Oracle card. There we go.
Yeah, so I've got like kind of my green scarf to kind of like go with my malachite and
I like that.
and you
Like-
got the purple heart down over here. I
Mhm.
love you got the purple heart over
Yep.
here.
See,
I'm
and we have
blocking it right
picture-
there.
yeah, so I got my picture that I framed of us over there, and there's the fox and the
Ah,
butterfly
I
and
love
the
it.
flow, and yeah, and I was going to make the background, but I didn't have enough time to do like that ad that I had put up for this show. And Mama D was like, "That should be our logo. We could put that on shirts." We
Yeah,
could
we're gonna get that done on T-shirts, on coffee cups, on
Yeah, we
Great
should have
podcast.
some merch. Yeah, why
Yeah.
don't we have merch? We should totally have merch. I love that idea.
I think we know somebody who's really could do stuff like that.
You know someone like that. We could also create our own, like the Foxton cards. We're doing all these oracle readings. I know you two have been slowly working on
Getting the book,
something,
yes. It's a book.
but
It's okay. My
maybe I
daughter,
can
I
help you
created
move
this
that along.
painting this
But we're gonna be pulling some cards for you guys now, so you guys
Yeah.
have put in some questions.
And my daughter said that
Really
when
cool
I'm
card.
talking to her about the new painting, she goes, "Mom, I heard that because she hears like I do, that it's going to be part of your new deck. So supposedly one of my paintings will be the back of a deck.
I was gonna say it looks like that could be like the back of the card.
Yeah,
that one there.
Yeah, like I have malachite on the back of the card, right? And
Yeah.
that has that like kind of cool. Can you see it? It's like
3D,
weird with
yeah.
the light. But it's got and then so that's purple fluorite. That's sneak peek. There's a purple fluorite.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I'm so happy too.
Sorry,
That's
I'm
such a-
bi-
that's a
I'm-
cool thing.
I'm happy for you, but I'm more happy for me because that's another deck,
I know, it's another deck. It's not just another deck. It's a
which is
crystal.
Athena.
I have all these decks. I'm shuffling all my decks. I have all these decks in front of me. I got decks over there. I could do. I get decks.
Okay, so if anybody in the chat room has no idea yet, there's only 7 people left in here. The rest of them all went, oh God. The important part is here as well. We're doing readings. So if you want us to draw you a card, you let us know. We can, of course, use Lisa's deck because we all have that. I'm going to assume that Miss Athena is going to use her deck. Otherwise, I will have it. Don't make that face. Don't make that face.
I not use your deck.
I want to see at least one card from your
Debbie
deck.
says, me, please.
I
What would
showed
you like
you one
to
card.
know?
No, that wasn't drawn for me. That's what. Shuffle that deck and just pull out the new shuffle. Just pull it from the middle. Now.
Well, Debbie was the first one. So Debbie would love to pull a card for you, but what would you like it to be in reference to? I need to.
Okay, so we have Debbie and then we have Sharon.
Sharon.
I'll pop this
Yeah,
up in
both
there.
of you put in a question as to
Oh my
what
gosh, I'm gonna be If you have a question, great. If not, it's just gonna be a general card. And I end up always doing generals. Debbie's here it is I'm having surgery a week after Thanksgiving. So what can we
Okay, so you want to know outcome of this surgery?
Am I having surgery or I am having surgery?
I am having surgery a week after Thanksgiving.
But then it has a question mark.
Yeah, I think that's our question. Okay, I have balance will be restored. Okay.
Perfect.
So soul fragments, balance will be restored. So obviously that is, surgery. That's being pulled apart. But I think that is a good positive outcome. That is what you're looking for, I would imagine. I hope that I don't even think I need to say anything more about that card.
I don't think you do. I think that's perfect.
Right? And who wants to go next, Mama or Athena?
Okay, I got you.
I have cards flying.
The flying cards. Okay, so I chose the Shaman's Dream, and it is the card number 42. Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. So everything that you're, let's see if I could do this. Hopefully you can see that. If you want, just shoot me a message and I'll try and remember who got what card. This is kind of like Gina's. Sorry, kind of like Gina's. It's self-explanatory in a way. Everything that you're doing for the surgery, everything, all the preparations that you're making, everything's going to happen in time, in the correct timing. It is going to be and I see nothing but good because
So this is a balance between fire and water too. So you've got two major elements going on with this card too.
This is a pretty card. And what I like about our decks, each individually, is that they have. You can look at them quickly on our show. I can look at them quickly as I'm looking at them, but it's not until weirdly enough, it's not until I look at it when I've taken a picture of it that I can see more details. So that's why I enjoy taking pictures from it.
Okay. All right, Athena, what have you got for Debbie?
So I have citrine, which is all about that personal inner strength and your shield and relating to your solar plexus chakra. So citrine is a super positive stone, right? It's very positive. So it's like giving you that inner strength, that stand up, you've got this, it's going to be fine, all is going to go well. I don't know what type of surgery you're having, if that's something related or in the area of your solar plexus, could be interesting. But yes, this works as a shield against, any negativity, negative thoughts. Your solar plexus is also your gut, your intuition. So, trust yourself, trust your intuition. you have protection. You've got that divine protection, and maybe keep a citrine close to you through this next week to help give you that strength and, release any fears that you have surrounding the surgery. Yes, knee surgery is what you're having. And you're a nervous wreck.
Well,
yeah. So you know what? Hold on to some citrine. You're going to be, and knee surgeries go so well. It's such a wonderful surgery these days. They are so good at it. Like, it's not like it used to be. It's so good now. So just know that you're going to feel so much better. Your walking is going to be so much better. You're going to feel better. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, you got 3 cards telling you so. So,
Exactly.
So now Sharon, she just said, draw, please. So I drew 2 while you were talking. And I love them both. All right, the first one is the dolphin collar. Okay, it's pure, joyful friendships, loving help. Okay, now if you guys don't know Sharon, all right, she's all about her friends. She's all about help. She gives help all the time. And here's a girl that could use help from
She'd
others.
give you the shirt off of her back.
She
Literally, not just figuratively. Literally.
Yeah, literally. And then the second one I pulled is miracles, expecting the wondrous to emerge. Okay. So I think for me, this means, okay, your friendships, you're gonna have a little bit, like you put so much into all these other friendships. I think now it's finally gonna start coming back to you, and then expect it. Okay. I wouldn't even go so far as saying it's a miracle, but you're going to feel like it because you've always been there to do for everyone else. You don't want to have someone do for you, but you know what? You're going to let that happen every once in a while.
You do. Okay, so I'm going to stick with Shaman's Dreams, and this one, I love this one here. Let's see, this one here. I'll send you the picture. There you go. It's Crown Games, the right use of power, and it's sometimes difficult for me when I draw a card, and you're welcome. And it's a person I know. There's certain things that I know about just each person, not everybody, but each person. And this is perfect for you. There is so much BS going on around you that this is the time that things, if you, I'll send you a picture of it, but this is the time that your things are going to come together. You, at one point, sorry, these things the way I want to. If you can see, the hands are intertwined. Ooh, and Athena's throwing cards on the floor. And things are getting to the point where everything's going to combine together. Everything's going to work out the way it's meant to be. She really is throwing stuff around. Everything is meant to happen the way it's
don't
supposed
mind me.
It's like, everything else, So just no worries with that. There, things are gonna happen the way they're supposed to happen because just you understand. All right, so that's that, and now we're just gonna wait for Athena to stop throwing stuff around.
Yeah.
My cards just keep flying, so I thought, okay, I better. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit here because it's almost like angels are like, "Whoa, okay, grab something." Okay, I'm gonna grab something. Okay, sorry. It's so funny, and I have this beautiful.
I just pulled Iris.
Iris. I love it. I love that. Gorgeous.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. So the first one that came up before everything started jumping and flying is rhodochrosite. Okay. See that beauty? I think I'm not sure if I have talked about this one yet on the Fox Den, but this one is all about healing and it's related to your heart chakra. Oh, look at what you got there. You always happen to have the crystal I'm talking about right next to you. I love that. So rhodochrosite is usually related to childhood stuff. So your inner child is what I would say with this one. And time to kind of look back, reflect on maybe some old wounds that were bugging you from, maybe it could be an old heartache. It could be a friend from childhood that hurt you or even a parent or an elder where there was some kind of emotional thing that happened, an event maybe that happened there. And, okay, great. That happened there that has kind of stayed with you, and it's reflecting into your relationships and your friendships today. So maybe that's part of how, like Gina was saying, you're always giving, you're always there, you're always like giving as much of yourself, but, give to yourself as well. I hope that kind of makes sense. Because when we refill our cup, we have so much more to give, and we don't feel depleted at the end of that.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I'm getting there. If you want a quick vibe fix, which is in the book, nobody's heard a quick vibe fix yet from this. So you'll hold this card, but nobody has it yet. But if you have a piece of rhodochrosite, hold this card and hold it near your heart, right? Like over the center of your chest, and do some nice deep breathing there. And you can always just do it, even if you have a picture of the rhodochrosite, they hold, even the pictures hold some energy there. So hold that, over your heart, do some nice deep breaths and forgiveness to that young girl, and love to that young, that inner child of yours, showing her some love. Breathe in love, exhale emotional pain, and then continue this breathing with love, visualizing the crystal's energy, sealing up the holes in your heart. So there we go.
Like that.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one is Anita.
So we're just taking these as general things, right?
Yep.
When you do that. So I pulled the fairy deck card for you. All right. This is overindulgence. And you can see this fairy is, having a little too much wine maybe. But it's also around plants. Okay. So this is a grounding thing. So if you're overindulging right now and you need to kind of cut it back, are you shopping too much? Are you doing whatever it is? Okay. Whatever it is that you're doing too much of, it's time to just kind of come back, get back into nature, just ground a little bit, get yourself a little back centered. And, that's what I'm getting from this little fairy.
Thank you. I decided to draw from the Soulflower deck. So from our previous guest, this is her deck. Because I don't have the guest who's on now. I don't have her deck yet. But Valentine's Day. Okay, maybe just after. Okay, so there we go. I will send you, I don't have you on my friends, I don't know, but I can send you a picture of it. It's a Stargazer Lily, and it's about surrender. Stargazer Lily is asking you to surrender to unconditional love flowing towards you from the universe. Let down the barriers surrounding your heart. Surrender unloving thoughts about yourself and allow yourself to receive. You are always enough. That's gorgeous. Like this one.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It's like stop. Hey Dawn. It's about giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. Stop bullying yourself. Stand up for yourself as much as you stand up for other people.
Well, there you go. And Athena, what would you like to say to her?
So interesting. Okay, well, you have pulled, or I have pulled for you, a snow quartz.
Ooh.
This is related to the Reiki principle. Just for today, I will not be angry.
Hey.
So this one, of course you have it in there. Yes, it's so fun. I'm showing these off. I can't believe it. I haven't even seen all of these. This is so cool.
Oh, well.
I love snow quartz. I always give this to my kids when they're frustrated, angry. Like it's kind of like the chill out stone. So this is a really good crystal for just, calming that anger. But just, anytime you've got, really this one relates to maybe old resentments. It could be a recent argument. It could be an old argument, but it's something that's not sitting well with you and it's building resentments. And so whatever this issue is, just for today, I will not be angry. And then just let yourself let go of it, because the only person that hurts is yourself.
Yep.
The person that you're angry at, they don't care.
It
And
doesn't
not
affect
to
them.
say that they suck, right? But they
Yeah.
don't. And you're only hurting yourself. So
I like this.
You know,
it's not, but
true. It's true. It's very
But if you notice how all three cards sort of worked in
Very,
tandem.
yeah. And you were saying that too, similar. Absolutely. Yeah. So, whatever is triggering this recent emotional response, it's just, breathe through it, let it go. Just for today, I will not anger. And that's a great mantra to use too, just like during the day, wake up, just for today, I will not be angry. Done.
Yep.
I hope that resonates.
It does. Now we have Angelica.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
There you go.
Angelica. Yeah. Now, before I saw Anita's, I had pulled up one card that I was thinking Angelica over, so I kept it out, and it's in my moon deck, okay? And it's number 9, which I love number 9, and it's luck is on your side. It's a new moon in Sagittarius. So to go with that, I pulled another card, and it's choosing your path, all is possible. So between these two, okay? I think if you're starting on a new venture right now, it would be pretty good. I mean, because one, you got luck on your side. Luck, we make our own luck, but choosing the path, okay, all is possible. So if you need that luck just to get you that little confidence boost, then you use that. But you choose.
Oh, bye, Sharon.
Choose to do that, and I think if it's something small, it's some kind of new something, if you're afraid to do something or talk to someone or go for a job or do whatever it is, it is now would be definitely a good time to do it.
Yep.
So,
and here's keeping confidence in mind. Again, we're sticking with the shaman deck for this one. Here we go. Magician's Sword. Confidence in your own magic. It's another one. Trust in yourself. There's stop doubting yourself. This is something that we all do, but this is something that you seem to be really, there's something specifically that you're doubting, and stop. Otherwise, we'll have Gina go over and kick your butt. I'm too far up in Canada. But yeah, so have confidence. Have as much confidence in yourself as others have in you.
There
you go.
I hope this is relating to something that you know. Okay, Athena.
We hope this resonates. Yes. And so for yours, and it's interesting, I got another Reiki precept card. So lots of Reiki today. This one is Flint. Gina B got the Flint. I found one she doesn't have. Okay, so this one is.
Let me get my lighter.
And I mean, right? So this is another Reiki precept crystal, and this one is just for today. I will do my work honestly. Mm-hmm. So that really refers to is being.
You can choose another one because I don't have one of those.
No.
Yeah, is that integrity in yourself, in your work, not necessarily just being an honest worker, but being honest to yourself through your work. So that's also about being, holding that inner integrity for yourself. What are you doing? What are you working on? Is it true to you? Is it meant for you? Is it something that, is close to your heart? And if it's not, how can you make changes so that, you're working more aligned with your soul purpose, so that you have that happiness moving forward in whatever you are working on. Likewise, this is a sign, drawing this card is a sign of completion, through integrity. So it's like getting the job done, but doing it in a way that, works for you. It has to work for you too. Yes, you have a job that has to be done for the boss or whoever, but if you're not doing it, in accordance with what's true for you, I mean, then what's the point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, everybody has to be happy at the end of the day. Boss has to be happy, but so do you, because you're the one working. So be true to yourself.
That's right. She got this whole deck, what that whole point of that whole deck is all about too, which is really kind of like the theme of the night, I think.
Yeah. And, I also write in here, procrastination can be affecting your inner sense of integrity.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you're putting something off.
All of this combines perfectly for that.
Get to it. Yeah,
you don't need
no more distractions, no more, because all that stuff is taking away from whatever your purpose is. So
Exactly.
stop the distractions, stop procrastinating, laser focus.
That's
And
right.
Flint will help
The
you.
moment I heard my father's in my father in my ear, his saying that he used to love going was, "Shit or get off the pond."
Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's right.
I love that. I love that one.
So Darlene
Done.
says she would like a card. But
Yes,
you know
but
what?
first we have Dawn.
John. Yeah, John. John, do you have a specific question that you want or just a general thing like we've been doing? So, I mean, again, I think I need a moon card for you, John.
Very welcome, Angelica.
Okay, I'm going to do a different one with this one so I can find out what this is all about. Ha! Dawn Watcher.
Ooh, nice.
Caretaker, guardian, and support.
It's a general, please.
And this one was the first card I pulled. Okay, you and your loved ones are safe. This is a new moon in Cancer. Okay. Again, a new moon is all new beginnings and things like that. It's like starting over and all that kind of stuff. Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, and support. All right, now you're another one. You're another one that loves to mother, you know, and take care of others. And to know that you and your loved ones are safe is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever you're doing, keep it up. Because it's working. You've got a lot of help from the universe, definitely coming from above. There's a really cool spirit in the clouds here. I don't know if you can see that, but I love that. It's just something that comes from like.
Hi, Debbie. Thank you.
Like the guardians, you know what I mean, right through you, to take care of your family and you know who matters most to you. And I think that's you, that's your job, you know, and you're doing a damn good job of it, so keep it up.
It's an interesting, sticking with the shaman's dream again, and this one is absolutely stunning, by the way. I love crows. Okay, so I can't see it.
Perfect storm.
Perfect storm. The courage to step into life. There's
change.
Stop looking away from stuff because you're not 100% sure on it. Because I don't know if you can see this, but your crow is looking away. Okay, so stop looking. Hey, Michael. Batman. Stop looking away from stuff. Stop going like, okay, I know I want it, but it's like I'm not sure. Again, this show seems to be about stepping into your power, stepping into this stuff. Get my father's saying again, shit or get off the pot. And stop getting off the damn pot. You can do this. Yeah. Otherwise there's gonna be crows.
She's doing. She's a doer. She's good at what she's doing.
Yeah, but the thing is she does for everybody else. She doesn't do for herself as much.
Hi, Rodney. So what do you think, Athena, for Dawn?
For Dawn, she got, can you see that?
Right.
She got the last card of the deck, actually. 55. 55 is also a sign of change, a number of change, angel number of change. And Moldavite is like one of those crazy, powerful crystals. I don't know if you've ever worked with one. They are fabulous. And, but Moldavite, and this applies to, it's related to all of our chakras. You couldn't just pinpoint one. I know it's green, but gosh, it's like energy. It's like, no wonder my cards are jumping all over the place. There's so much energy in these cards. They're just like flying. I'm like, oh my God, hold on. I need to do this like on a rug. So Moldavite is related to awakening, and spiritual awakening. So you know what, maybe you've been feeling kind of uncomfortable in your skin, and that is really a sign that you are outgrowing that skin. So as with any awakenings are not necessarily all roses and cotton candy, right? They can be actually quite the opposite. And it's interesting that you got the dawn there, right? Because you know, brand new day, change, opening, new things, awakening, right? So again, relating to awakening, and this could mean old friends kind of drifting away, new friends coming in, new mentors. Anything that's not serving you is not going to be comfortable right now.
Yeah,
So
no.
anything that if it doesn't make you feel good, if you're feeling like really like a heaviness in your chest or a stuck feeling in your belly, trust yourself. It's not meant for you, and it's okay to let it go. That doesn't mean you have to go and like slam the door or burn the bridge, but just a gentle kind of stepping away, take a step, reflect a little, and see where these new steps take you. Not everybody who's in your life right now is always meant to be in your life, and that is okay, because we learn and grow from everybody we come to meet with. And you, my dear, are on the verge or are already going through some kind of shift in your life. So moldavite is a great crystal to help you kind of tap into that. You can also use this to visualize and send love to every person in your circle. Like if you have a moldavite, or you want to use a picture of a moldavite, and send this to those that are in your close circle and those that are coming into your circle. So you've got some new, some change, some things coming to you. Focus on sending that love out to those, that vibration of love, so that what comes to you is also in a loving vibration. I hope that resonates.
That's awesome. I do hope all that resonates. Please let us know. Michael Robichaud says, "Can I get a card, please?" Yeah. So I pulled again 2. I don't know why I'm pulling 2 for people, but I just feel like this is what I have to do. All right. The first card I pulled was Birth of Creation, Potential Growth. Now look at the egg, and now he's a shaman. So as this energy field projects like this just reminds me of him. And then so birth of creation, meaning maybe something new starting for you. And then I pulled out of my sacred journey, reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. So again, how perfect is that? Because look at how bright that light is shining. And then this one is telling you that your light is shining brightly. So if you are, again, it's like this is a good day to be starting things, you people.
Yeah.
So if something is new and exciting for you, or you're doing something, even in what you're doing, and it's in shamanistic, that type of a thing, then this is definitely a good sign in my book for you, with good potential and reaching your destination. And there's a castle. So there's a castle, there's a blue butterfly in that too, Mama. Do you see that?
I'm
right?
there.
Castle, I'm the castle.
I'm floating around. Yes. I'm building the castle with all of our customers.
There's a bunch of crystals on the road here in the path. All right. So we're all 3 of us are right along here with you. But I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But let's see what else the
so
have to say.
Batman, he's a shaman, so we're gonna use the shaman cards. And bright lights, this is interesting. Here we go. Michael, I'll send you a picture of that if you want. Okay, this is Woodwives.
Cool.
Adaptability, which you are. You might be, in some respects, you do follow a straight line when it's necessary, but you can flow with it. You can bend when the wind blows, when it's necessary, when you need to. So and there's a lot of light in your life. There's so much more coming up. Yeah. So much more.
Yeah, I wonder what new venture you're going to be doing here. That's pretty cool.
That we don't know about.
So she appreciates
You've
us.
been keeping us.
I love you too, girl.
We love you too. Thank you. We do this because it's fun, and we love people. We love to help in some way or another. So this is just our little contribution.
Yep. So far, it's all been good things. So which is always a plus. So Athena, what have you got from Michael?
So for Michael, it's not quite the same in line, but I've got the smoky quartz here, and smoky quartz is related here to your root chakra. So some extra grounding energies in order. Maybe that will also help you. You just started a new martial art school. Oh my God, amazing.
Adapting
to many things. See, okay, and then you got to stay grounded.
Yes,
because your head is probably all over the place with all the ins and outs of creating and starting a business. So am I done? So yes, you want to get grounded. And smoky quartz is really good, especially when you have a lot of people around. I love it when I have like family members around. Anytime there's any kind of like disagreements or arguments or anything like that, it's a really good stone to keep close because it kind of keeps everybody grounded and kind of saying nice things instead of like those snapping words. So if you're starting a new business, you've got all these new people coming in and everybody asking questions and everybody wants a special and everybody wants a piece of you, right? This one will just kind of help you stay centered and grounded in the middle of all of this new busy that you've going on. Because as this goes on, if you are encountering people that are kind of giving you a hard time or something has happened where you've got to let go of some things, it's all about closure in this one. So I don't know if you're still closing the door on some chapter of your life as you start this one. Just make sure you have closure with it, so you're not carrying on with you any resentments into this new business or any old conflicts into this new business. So whatever you're doing before, close the door on it so that when you move into this one, you have that open heart, that success, you're grounded, you're rooted, great communication. I hope that resonates.
Cool. This is really cool. So I don't know.
So just a quick one,
up, right? So
what we haven't seen here for some reason, I don't know why, but Lisa Distasio is in. I'm not sure where she is, but because I'm always like keeping an eye on everything. She said, Gina, can you pull one for me?
Yeah, of course, Lisa. Okay.
There
All
she
right,
is.
hold on. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Okay. First card I picked. Okay. Wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Now look at the warrior on this girl. She's got fire in her hand. She's got that staff with, it's like almost like a shamanistic type staff. It's got feathers hanging off it like a dream catcher. It's like a spear, right? She's holding fire. She's got a beautiful bracelet. She's got like war paint on her face, right? But you are a beacon for others. And then the second card I picked was the pathway, direction, purpose, and change. All right. So this means together, all right, you're leading people to change. So whatever it is that you are doing right now, your purpose in it is to be that strong leader that they can look up to. So you keep steadfast, you hold your ground, you make sure things happen. Don't get all flighty. Don't do that, right? So people will look up to you and say, oh, this is definitely what we want to do. So, you're that beacon on this path. You're that guiding light, right? I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm getting out of these two cards. And there you go. One for next.
Now, Lisa asked, hello. Lisa asked for you, so I'm going to draw it anyway.
Of course.
Okay, this, I've never drawn this one before. And this is from, I don't use the shaman deck as much, but there we go.
Oh, that's cute. That is really cute.
It is cat hyphen pillar. So it's a caterpillar, but it's in a cat. And there's opportunity. Lots of opportunities coming your way. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Not that I gave you a choice. There's a lot of opportunities coming your way, including cards for me, whether you like it or not. But the thing is, keep your eyes open. It's not going to be the opportunity is not going to be something that you normally would think of, that you would normally, although I work with butterflies. So I'm not going to always look for butterflies. I'm going to look to see what else comes into my life. So all of a sudden there's a grasshopper, there's a hummingbird. So don't always look for the standard things that come your way. Something different's coming to your life. It's an opportunity. There you go. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
Love it. And as these new things are coming into your life, you have gotten the rose quartz related to your heart chakra. Oh, and I love rose quartz. This one is all about the love. Yes. Make sure you are also showing yourself love.
Yeah.
So every time I see this one is related more to your emotional state versus like your physical or your spiritual. So whatever's been going on, like with your emotional state, whether it's with someone else in particular or to you, just remember that you also are so worthy of love and worthy of being loved. And that has to start from you too, because when you love yourself, others will follow your lead, so to speak. So show yourself some love, do a little self-care, get some rose oil, maybe a rose quartz, keep it in your pocket, your bra, and allow yourself to feel and be loved. That's what you got for today from me.
That is beautiful. Now, Mama D wanted a card. Now, I have not pulled from this deck at all tonight. Tonight, Firefox cards.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I shuffled, and what
Right.
happened? 2 came out. So, again, magic number 2. Okay. Number 1, sharing your wisdom. All right. So she's got a beautiful little red dragon with her, which is a gorgeous, absolute gorgeous card. But you always share your wisdom. And second, and most important of all, memories of the forgotten self.
Yeah, oh my God, you guys are killing me today.
And she's in the fall, she's on the shore, she's definitely gazing off the distance. She knows who she is. Share that wisdom.
Yeah, what you looking out there for? You know what's yours. You know what's meant for you. There you go.
Yep. Get back to Mama D.
Yeah.
The one, the only Mama D. These are
Aww. The OG Mama D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I love that. Oh, all right, Mama D. Let's see what you got here. Crystal card for Mama D.
Love you, Lisa.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got green aventurine, which is related to your heart chakra. But this one brings a little luck your way. So I don't know. Maybe you've been looking out in the distance. You've been soul searching, trying to figure out yourself. Now you got a little luck coming your way because when you tune inward and you come back to yourself, that abundance and that luck starts to manifest because you're on the right path. When you're not on the right path, you run into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, right? Things don't go well. Everything goes to pot, right? Should it go to pot? Everything goes to pot. So instead of it going off the pot, now once you turn back into yourself, you're going to find that you're going to have that luck come back on your side. So quick vibe fix for you. Let's look this one up because I wrote them all, but now I don't remember.
Where they go.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. And fortune coming up. So maybe that painting you've got behind you too is going to bring in. I mean, look, you're getting back to yourself. You're drawing. You're creating. You're doing what.
I have my first live in-person showing not this weekend, next weekend, and that's like really scary. But,
and I think that'll be really successful and super lucky for you. Oh yes, that's going to be amazing.
Because I'm bringing y'all with me. Let's just go.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's go. You just put me in
my bras. There you go.
I want to be in the bra. Yeah.
Okay.
Meditate and contemplate.
So when you go there, when you go do that, do you have green aventurine? Do you have a piece of that?
I do believe I have green aventurine.
Yeah, it's a pretty common one. Like everybody should have a green aventurine, right? Well, everybody should have every crystal, but if you're gonna have one, this is a good one to have.
Yes.
It's also good to have in your kitchen. Your kitchen is the wealth center of your home.
Okay.
So this is a great crystal to also keep in your kitchen. So make sure your stove top is clean. You don't want to have anything interfere with like the heat, the abundance of heat that comes in, and keep a green aventurine there because this is your wealth center. And that just kind of ushers in that. And it's abundance and wealth of everything. Wealth of money, wealth of love, wealth of creativity. Well, there's so many things you could attach wealth to. So, yes, that is.
Yeah, wealth doesn't always mean money, but that would be nice too.
I don't mean it. Well, in this one, it is definitely related, can be related to financial luck as well. So,
Cool.
I vote yes on that. Of course, you get the lucky card, right?
Hey, I struck gold when I got you two in my lives.
Aw, we did. Love you.
Aw.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, does anybody else in the chat room want a card, or are we caught up on everybody?
I see the bat signal got flashed.
Yeah, the
You know,
bat
Batman is always in the clock. Shaman rituals before midnight.
Mhm. Yep.
Love it.
Very cool.
It is
Love
awesome. But it was nice for Batman to drop in.
Yours.
Yours. All right. So, if no one else, then ladies, pull me cards.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. You want a card too? Go on. Should we do one for you too? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they are flying tonight. I can't believe I can't even shuffle without them like going all over the place. All right, well, you get selenite. This is what's coming up for you. Oh my God, and I love selenite. I always have selenite like all over the place.
Oh my God, that's
my
good.
selenite wand. You need to do some cleansing, girl, some clearing, clear out your space, your energy, your home. I don't know what you had going on over there, but it's time to do a cleanse.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your energy, your cleanse. You had a lot of health issues. You've had a lot of different things happening with you in the last, especially these last, 4 or 5 months, 6 months, a year. I was being,
I know.
generous there. Yes. So, this can really relate. You've got a lot of different energy. You've had a lot of different procedures, a lot of different medications. You've had a lot of stuff going on. You've had a lot of shows. You've had a lot of energy. You've gone to places. You've had COVID. I don't even have to name it all. You know it all. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
So take this time before we head into, the holiday season next week where we're giving thanks, and we've got Christmas or, Hanukkah for those out there. I got the holidays coming in and New Year's. It's time to kind of do a nice deep cleanse, let go of all of this stuff that you've been carrying with you, that you've been going through, clear it out, clear your home, clear your energy, yourself too. And so you can start fresh and go into the holidays feeling a little lighter, a little happier. Okay.
Thank you. Well, I chose, of course, because we have lots of things in common. I chose Sacred Destiny, and of course, I had to give you a shaman card. But it's what they work together for me. Jeweled Web is here, okay, which is connectivity, and this one says opportunity. But here's my hello, Miss Moon. You're always in the moons, and it's rare that I get the moons, but there's opportunities coming, and it's not coming, but they're already there. You just need to connect to them, and it's something that you've been putting it's something that you've been putting to the side, and it's you. Love you, Bob, but it's not Bob, it's you. Okay. That you keep putting to the side because everything else, for everybody else, Halloween is here, but there's, Thanksgiving is like just down the corner around the street. Christmas, my gift is all this way, I'm sure. But there's something that's been poking at you, and you keep just, okay, let me just put it over here for now, okay, please. I gotta do, and we'll just stop putting it to the side and connect with it and work with it, and yeah, I have a feeling.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And likewise, if there's something you've been putting off and you kind of feel stuck moving into it, selenite's really good for clearing away what's keeping you from moving forward. So you can take a piece of selenite. It doesn't have to be this big, but you can take a piece of selenite and just put it under your pillow, sleep with that. That'll help cleanse the energy from your body, your aura, your chakras, get everything kind of back in balance. but definitely want to do some home cleaning too, because we pick up all that energy and
Yeah, there's a lot going on
want those things
right
to
now,
flow.
you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween, like we had
She had the wedding, she had
Love and I
Halloween, now she's got Thanksgiving. And you know Gina doesn't do stuff half-assed. Okay. She goes all out. So you know
Go
this
big
was,
or go home.
and she always go big.
That's right. But I had some friends come over. We were on his radio show, like real radio, like on the radio, and we were doing an interview with him. We do it every Halloween, and
Real shows.
real radio.
Okay, like we're not real. Okay.
Car radio, you know.
It
But,
just brought me back to one of those interviews.
Yeah.
so we did that with Joey, and Joey came over with his wife and his daughter, and they're interested in the paranormal. So we were doing spirit
Awesome.
box sessions here. Holy cow! That thing, like from the second it started to the second we shut it off, was like the spirits in this house. Like holy cow! And it was her birthday, and it said birthday, happy birthday, and they gave her name, Jen. Right? I was like,
Nice.
wow, okay, very cool. But you know,
Wow.
there's a lot going on. I think it is time to like kind of weed out the excessives.
Cleanse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary Jane. She late, but she loves us.
Do you want a card, Mary Jane? Mary Jane's been
Yeah.
coming and pulling cards with us.
Exactly. She has. She's my backup when I can't make it. I'll be like, okay,
But
just go.
I pulled a couple because Athena needs some too. So
Yes.
what I got for you, okay? Now, first of all, I pulled this one first, which is really kind of cool, and it's a turtle, and it's between
Aww.
new directions. Okay.
Aww.
I love that. I mean, turtles are incredible,
Yeah.
powerful spirit animals too. Then my second card is Mountain Goddess, high vibration, mindfulness, power of the mind. But look at it.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Love it.
So it's like this
Beautiful.
big, it's like it's almost like a crystal mountain that she's on. Doesn't
It
that
does look like a crystal mountain, doesn't it?
So, and she's like spreading these crystals with her hand here, and so, so mountain goddess doesn't mean you're in the Ozarks. It means that you're on top of this mountain of crystals and you're spreading all this stuff and you're going off in new directions because you're going off all over the place. You're doing all these different things, putting yourself up there, running yourself ragged, where you don't have to. And then lastly, this card came up again because it came up with the other one. It is the pathway, direction, purpose, and change. All right. So, again, all right. Yes, you're doing all these wonderful things, but stick to your paths, all these little veerings that you want to do because you can, maybe. Just curve them down.
Get off the pot, woman.
Get off the pot,
woman.
Or get back on the pot.
No. Here we go.
Focus.
Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. And there's a heck of a ton of butterflies floating around in there. So you better believe it. And then the other one is wisdom. I'm gonna send you both of these pictures because you're gonna see things in there that I know that I don't see. But like Gina says, you have so much going on in your life. You have your goddess circles. You have your cards. You have the cards is like your baby right now. It's like down to you're just pushing. It's time to say, but you know what? It's time with all the wisdom that you have and all the wisdom that you share. You need to sit back, relax, like everything you tell everybody else. Sit back, relax, rest, rejuvenate. As I
Very
said,
easy for me to do that.
Get off the pot.
Yeah, right.
No more.
Are you forgetting we know you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said wisdom. Use the wisdom that we're sharing with you. Chill.
Yes, chill. Yes.
Okay.
Before the universe forces me to rest. right?
Exactly, because you have that.
like-
You've had that happen a couple
yeah,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So from now till 2023, done.
Done.
Done. You can be mom, soccer mom, if that's still going. I have no idea. You guys can come play in a foot of snow in
Always.
soccer, not a problem. Like this freaking deep.
Oh my
You know, but yeah, you need to just pull it back, woman, pull it back.
Okay.
You heard it.
And what I love about the
Mary
three of us
Jane,
is
Can
we
I
always-
delegate? Can I
No.
delegate at least? Can I
Yeah,
send
you
it
can
all out, like have
You can
Somewhat.
delegate. You can
Somewhat.
delegate it.
Delegate.
But
Yes.
once you delegate, once you give it to someone or something,
Then you got to watch it and mind it.
no, then you have to walk away from it.
Right. So
Because if you're delegating it to someone or something, you know with your wisdom, you know that it's going to the right place, the right person, the right thing. So back your truck up and let them do what they do. Supervise. No, she needs to just sit her ass down and do sweet FA.
but I got
back to my original job
I
of
got
being
some
mom.
awesome cards for Mary Jane because
Okay.
like, I was just doing that. Well, that's why I was going.
Okay. And it wasn't because she got goose.
Because one, all right, the first one, Mary Jane, answering the call. Okay, the time is now.
Yeah.
All right. So first of all right, I think you understand what this is doing. All right. The second one, Oracle.
Mm.
What the hell does this say? I can't see it.
We all be putting on our glasses.
Sacred living spirit speaking intervention.
Mm.
Okay. Answering the call. Hello. Time is now. You just said you were getting the new deck. How perfect is that? I don't have to say any more about that. All right. Bam. The cards they're not wrong. They're never wrong.
No.
Okay, so
Just
I'm
how
not
we
sure why.
interpret them.
Yeah, okay, so this is Lost Compass. Getting back to integrity. I gotta find your cards again. There's a lot. Stop doing something that you know. Okay, here it is. You're doing something that you know is not good for you. Might be good for somebody else, but it's not good for you. Okay, like you're working too hard for somebody else, and then I'm not exactly sure how that works in it, but you're doing something for somebody else because you want to be there for them, you want to be helping them, but it's not doing you any good. So find that compass. You know where you're supposed to be. You know which direction, which is your true north. So stop veering off to the east or the west for somebody else when you need to help yourself. Get your shit back. Get back on track, woman. Okay, there we go. That was it.
Yeah, I have to think about that one too. Obsidian. Oh, love obsidian. Perfect.
I have obsidian. I just recently didn't I just do a thing on obsidian? I did.
So,
And you should have a piece of obsidian. Everybody who works with any kind of spiritual stuff, anybody in general should always have a piece of obsidian.
Yep.
Like, wait a minute.
when you come to the show,
Yep.
we have a shopping list for you. Leave.
When we have a shopping list.
Obsidian
for you.
all
Yeah.
around.
Obsidian all around. Oh my gosh, I love this stone. I have so many different kinds and pieces of this stone actually as well. So this one relates to your root chakra, and the message on this one is recentering. If you can see that, this one is all about recentering your energy. So allow yourself. So kind of what Mama D was saying there too. Allow yourself to return any negative energy or attachments to their source. You are an incredibly pure soul with no space for outside influences that are affecting your inner peace. There's just no space for that. Nope. You are way too pure, way too lovely. You don't need any of that nonsense. So take your obsidian and be like, a shield, get away. Right? Away with
That's why we have the obsidian
I
fox.
banish those bad vibes. Right.
Exactamente.
Yep.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that
get
because
an obsidian a necklace
get rid
off
of
the
that.
Amazon. You know.
Absolutely. Or bracelets work great. God, do I have my obsidian here? I always have a piece like next to me. I think it's on the shelf. But these ones are great because when we soak up too much of this dissonant energy and negativity, we tend to start creating these like self-sabotaging behaviors or thought patterns, and it just kind of like snowballs into other things. And then we're, down the line, we're like, oh my gosh, nothing's going right. What's happened? And then you got to work to kind of roll back, all those patterns that we've created, because really it was none of ours to begin with. It was all this like nonsense that's interfering with your inner peace. So
exactly,
obsidian to the rescue, and work on that root chakra, recentering yourself. Grounding is another excellent way to do this. So if you don't have obsidian right now, I know it's cold in most places, but I was going to say take your shoes off and go stand barefoot somewhere. But if it's too cold with you where you are, you can also do this with water. Spiritual baths and because that's very grounding too, and water is from the earth. So that is. I hope that resonates.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well, we are at 10 o'clock, unless somebody else is like.
No, I think we got everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was so much fun
fun.
reading
I've done this in a while.
from my own oracle deck. Oh my gosh.
No.
What is it? Snow.
I know.
That time it is.
I know. I got to put the link. We got to get that link.
We're
done. For pre-ordering those cards, put the link in this chat, in the chats.
Thank you. Yes. Well, for now, you can go to Amazon and Raise Your Vibes crystal cards, Athena Barry. You will see it on there. You can't miss the beautiful malachite, right? And it is pre-order. And I know the publisher is planning to do some cool things. Like, so for right now, I'm just doing, on my own. I love to do Reiki, of course, because that's like my thing. So 15 minutes of a Reiki session, free Reiki session, and then admittance to my goddess circles, which Mama D, I'm only doing once a month, okay? So you'll be happy with me. So just one. I'm doing virtual, just one.
Don't I have a spy in your camp?
Yeah, so come on over, come join me. You should be part of it anyway. I'm doing next month. It'll be the full moon in Gemini. So all pre-orders
can also
get their free Reiki. And then the publisher is talking about doing maybe a rose quartz candle or a rose quartz crystal, because it is releasing on Valentine's Day. So
that would make sense.
Pre-orders, of course, will also receive whatever goodies the publishers come up with. So I'm excited for that too.
And of course, you need this. You need Raise Your Vibes.
And of course, you need Raise Your Vibes.
This is the Bible. Everything is in here. Everything. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Bible. That's your go-to that you'll be using all the time.
All the time. I still use it all the time. I mean, it's it's such a wonderful go-to and guide. And you got a question, open it up, and now we have guidance and crystals to go with it. So yay!
I love it. I really am. But you do. I think you got to stay in our country.
I gotta stay in the country. Well, so I know, speaking of slowing down, right? So I'm going to be doing the Conscious Life Expo, which is a huge, one of these like spiritual events.
Massive. I looked at that.
Festival. Yeah. Wow. So that's going to be but it's here. It's in Los Angeles. So I'm really excited that I'll be.
When is this?
I only have to drive to LAX. I don't have to actually fly out of LAX.
Okay. So when is this?
This is going to be that weekend right before my decks come out. So we might even have some pre-sale with candles at the expo. I'm really excited. They're going to have a booth. So I'll be able to like sign books and oracle decks. And it's February. My workshop is going to be on February, it's the Sunday. I think it's the 12th, right? Is that the 12th? February 12th? Sunday, February 12th. You just consciouslifeexpo.com and you'll see me in there, and I'll be doing the workshop that I've been doing for all these wonderful people in London and in Birmingham, but now we're going to have it here in LA. So I'm really excited.
I have a request. I have a request. I would love to purchase, you pre-purchase your book, your deck from wherever. But see, I got a slight issue. See, mine needs to be a signed copy. So
that becomes a dilemma.
that becomes that I will pay for shipping. You will probably get a couple of decks, and I will pay for shipping.
I love you.
Because if I get it here and it doesn't have any writing in it from, love
And what are you
Tina,
gonna do?
I'll be sending it back. Return to sender.
You're gonna spend so much on shipping by the time.
Hey, look, I'm sending in the next couple of weeks. I'm sending out 3 paintings to go to California. Maybe I'll piggyback something. Like, oh yeah, it's not that bad, but yeah, 36.
I don't think it's that bad. Well, I'll just have to double. I'll have to double deck it because then I can get the the cards and the book, because I don't think you have the book yet, do you? But that means you're also gonna have to give me your address.
It's okay. I trust you. I know that you're not going to come up here and go.
You know me by now. You never know. I might go up to Canada next.
Yeah, well, just wait till the summertime. No snow.
We're gonna end up on Mama D's door banging down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sharon keeps sending me a message. It only take me 8 hours to get up there, right? I'm like, yeah, that's all.
I saw a Facebook post the other day, and it had Pennsylvania highlighted, saying the new California. What that's about, I don't know. But
really,
you want to go to California? You're in Pennsylvania. It is. Y'all gotta come here.
We're meeting in Pennsylvania.
Exactly. We're gonna make an underground tunnel from California to Pennsylvania, from Quebec to Pennsylvania.
I mean, it's kind of meeting in the middle, sort of.
It is, right?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
I'm in the middle. Yeah, I'm in the middle of our picture up there.
Yeah,
that's true. We got to fix it up there. That needs that. Sorry, but everybody knows that picture that's up there needs to go on our Facebook page.
Let's see if I can. Hold on a second. Not that. This. Wait a minute. I got to do a few things here before I can.
Okay, you do realize that we're still live on the air, so we're gonna say goodnight to everybody because I have to go. I have to go say goodnight because I have to feed people. My tummy's making all kinds of weird ass noises. Okay, and tummy's getting back into good shape. I'm taking probiotics and all that.
I got it. It's coming. It's
all right.
Right here. There it is. Boom. All right. So those 3 pictures, and not have the names on there, or not have the reading, stuff on top. But what would you guys think if that was like a logo? Maybe the stuff behind it. Well, maybe our names, but not like that, or in the pictures or something. But it could be on shirts. It could be.
Would you buy our merch?
Nice the box on the cup, but you know what? All 3 would fit nicely on a cup.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they would. I love that.
Yep.
And merch. We're gonna get some merch.
We're gonna have some merch. I love it. It's the first time I heard that word merch. I was like, merch? What is that?
Merchandise.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm like, oh, that's merch. Yeah.
Like you have merch. You'll have merch as of February the 14th.
Well, it's a different kind of merch.
It's still merchandise. It's still merchandise.
Yeah, I should have some. I should have some. Maybe I'll make some stuff. Okay, you told me not to do anymore, so no, I won't do that right now.
Nothing. If you want to start looking into making merch for your stuff, right? Wait till after the new year. I'm giving you.
New Year's.
Yeah, as of January 1st, you can do what you want to do with limitations, right? That could make me go. Don't make me have to come down and kick your butt. But
Mary Jane says stickers. Stickers. Let's do it.
Oh yes. So stickers, shirts, cups, shirts.
Yeah, stickers that can go on windows of cars.
Ooh, that would be neat.
Ooh, that would be so fun.
A bumper sticker.
A bumper sticker. Love it. I love it.
And the fox den. There you go. It's like I'm driving behind a car. It says, "Yep."
Raise your vibes on the bumper sticker.
Let's go. Get on the ball.
Get off my bumper.
Otherwise, I'm away.
I didn't see a blinker. Get off my bumper.
There we go.
I love it. I love it.
And then you gotta go on
Oh.
the whole Massachusetts thing. You first after me.
Oh, I like that. That's cute. It's cute. First after me. It took me a second to go, huh?
Yep, I know. I went, what?
Hmm.
All
right.
Focus.
Okay.
I'm putting away all my
All
deck.
right.
Okay, ladies.
Well,
This was
always
an amazing show.
amazing to see you.
I love
Thank
you.
you for my reading.
Love you,
Great
Cole.
to play.
We got to do this more often, these readings.
I
That's
love
fun.
these. These are so much fun. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so
All right.
Good
there is it. And we will
night, everyone. We will
No,
see
we
you
won't
next.
see you next week is Thanksgiving. 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll
Oh
see you.
yeah, yeah.
I get Thanksgiving off, even though I'm Canadian.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make me some sweet potato pie.
there you go.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I'll ciao
All
for
right.
now, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Thank you again for joining us for another episode in the Fox Den. We're here every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you a variety of guests, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and our Anchor venues. We would love it if you would go to our YouTube channel, The Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, and please subscribe, share, and definitely hit the notification button to never miss a show. We'll see you all next week, and subscribers, watch for our pop-up shows as well.